Good afternoon. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm your host, David Steele. We're starting off in Vegas. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, it's 1:30 right now. Let's go ahead and get this truck started. And a quick external view. Yep, back in the yellow combination today. This is a Kenworth T680. It's a 4x2 with a slightly shorter than before, but just as yellow trailer. And this is a trip using Paccar's smallest heavy-duty engine. It's called the PX-9. So it's a 9 litre or 8.9 litre. Time for a sip of tea. Here we go. Yeah, so this is a one of the smallest engines. Well, it is the smallest Paccar heavy-duty engine. And I've been deliberating whether or not to model this engine in the game, and I'm still undecided. Then again, the Iveco Stralis, I may have pronounced that wrong, in Euro Truck Simulator has about the same size engine with about the same power. This particular truck has 300 horsepower, you can count them all. And let's go ahead and put the truck in manual today. There we go. Let's get the lights on. Let's just check that those lights are on. Yep, high beam works. Because 300 horsepower, that is not that much. It's 860 foot-pounds of torque, and that is really not that much at all. But the hope is, if I drive this thing manually, and it works fine with auto, but if I drive it manually, not only will I get the feeling of driving something a little underpowered, but it'll add a bit more to the challenge. So we're using my own trailer, as you've seen, and we're going to go and collect some, I think it's curtains we're picking up, might be used packaging. So you boys and girls are along for the ride, and I missed the light. Okay, well, turn right on a red, looks clear to me. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Feels like it's been a while since I've driven manual, and I'm short shifting, which is not great. This engine produces peak torque at 1200 RPM. If I remember, I'll post an image of the torque and power curve on the screen. Might make it a little hard to steer. So, peak torque is 1200 RPM. It's actually from that, it goes quite a bit higher. And peak power is 300 horsepower, which it holds for a good chunk of the rev range. But 9 litre engine's not really designed for long haul over the road trucking. This is not something I'd want to drive to New Mexico in. Am I good to go here? Yeah, I think so. So it's not something I'm going to be driving to New Mexico in. Well, I mean I would, but it's not really what it's designed for. It's more for those kind of shorter trips. And my plan here, keep the engine revs between sort of 1300 and maybe 1500 most of the time, and it should perform okay. Should and okay are words I don't really like to use. So we'll see how this goes. You can coast at this point. In fact, we will warp through Las Vegas. You get to watch me in bullet time. Oh, I'd forgotten how much the 4.2 print yards were. This should be a little easier with a 4x2 truck. Let's give this a go. I think I've turned in a little late, but we'll find out. Well, it's got to be close. Okay, I think I touched the curb there, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I'm definitely going over the curb at the back there. Can I do much about it? Well, I can hide it by doing that. How's that? Perhaps all I needed to practice my reversing was just a shorter truck. Oh, okay. I may have spoke too soon because it's a little to the right of the spot, but it's getting there. It's having that great big loader section to the left of my truck doesn't help, but look at that. The game thinks it's okay. Let's make it a little straighter. And then just pull it forward a little bit. Okay. Alright, there we go. Turn the whites and wipers. Turn the lights and wipers off like so. Turn off the engine and get loading. Okay, so it's going to be just after 3 by the time we've got done. Oh, just it's ahead of 3. That works. So let me see. So it reckons 2 hours drive, get there at 5. That's not so bad. Now I've gone for an older spec transmission, so it's actually an 8+2. So I got low. That's essentially my first gear selection, and then low as my second. I'm going to try and move off in first of 8. So let's see how well that copes. Not very good. Let's try low. That's a little better. That's a lot better actually. So yeah, I'm using a 10 speed. It's an overdriven 10 speed, 0.74 top gear and a 3.9 final drive. So it's about the same as the standard 10 speed, or give or take. It means if I'm cruising along at 55, we're going to be doing about 1300 revs. So that should be helpful. Shift a second and I can go. Gonna give it lots of power. In fact, actually gonna give it full power. This is a bit of a climb here. This engine will rev out to 2200 RPM and it's producing 300 horsepower from around about the 1600 revs upwards. So I'm not gonna lose much power by shifting up. 22, go. Okay, I don't need to do that the whole time. Alright, let's set my cruise at 55 and see if we can reach top gear or 8th. Confidence that getting to 55 is not high at this point. What am I getting a fine for? Headlight. Oh, I turned them off, didn't I? Oops. I'm all over the place trying to turn them on again. Right, where's my switch gone? There we go. Okay. I did make it to 7th, but now I can have to change down. I'm going to have to change down again. Let's go for 5th. There we go. I'm close to using my hazard warning lights here, I think. I'm a bit of an obstruction. It won't even let me use the drive-by view because I'm that much of a hazard. There we go. To 20 miles an hour, feeding in a bit of power to keep it at 15, off the power completely. Let's get ready to check my weight. What's it gonna be? 33, maybe 50,000 pounds, maybe. Let's bring the speed under control. 61, that's way more than I thought. Might explain why it's struggling to move off in low. So 300 horsepower on 60,000 pounds is not a bad power to weight ratio in the context of 80,000 pounds and maybe 400 horsepower. Yeah. Okay. I can't exactly complain at that. Of course, it's the torque though, and how much power it produces through the rev range. I think I'm going to end up turning left up here, and I'm going to just put the cruise at 35 because the speed limit changes. There we go. Okay. And my driver's yawning. Need to grab some more iced tea. Yes, I know I'm British, grabbing an iced tea. My bad. I do. Let's merge left with no indicator. Let's see if I can do difficult parking. Let's see. What have we got? Okay. I've usually struggled with these, so I'm hoping that this will be a little easier with the short truck. Oh, it's right up against the corner. That loading bay. Okay. I've got to judge how long the trailer is, but I think this might be too soon. And if you're in the comments going you turn too soon, yeah, I'm sorry. Let's straighten up. I don't think I can do it without the external view, but we'll give this a go. So I want to turn right hand down a little bit. So yeah, I couldn't do this in the W900 because I can't see over my shoulder. So that might be about right. Just a bit of left hand down to try and correct it a little. Straighten up. Plenty of clearance here. Oh, almost. Making a reasonable attempt. It's a good example of low speed maneuvering as well. There's enough go. There's enough low down torque. Oh, I know my driver's getting tired. I know. And, whoops, wrong way. I was going to say we want to straighten up, but I'm straightening up the wrong way. get all confused with my gear changes and my straightening up, I think. So that's going to be reverse 1. Are we there? I just need to be just a little straight. No, no, wrong way, wrong way. I can't see so good. Okay, there we go. It isn't backing up if there's no wiggle. Okay, so straighten up now. Straighten up, straighten up. Oh, I'm real close to this side, but... Hey! I'm in the spot. I shouldn't sound so surprised, but I'm in the spot. Alright, well... Let's see how well we did. So just a short hop today. Hey up. I did that wrong. I'm supposed to not disconnect the cog. I'm supposed to push the enter button. There we go. My bad. Okay, so just 110 miles. It was a 28 minute even, and 16.7 gallons of fuel consumed. So six and a bit, 6.5. Not great mileage wise. Lots of hills. That's okay. Concept though, yes, the truck is a little underpowered. Yes, I expect that. I didn't feel too disadvantaged, so that works for me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You know what to do if you have. Thanks ever so much for watching. Appreciate the support. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.